keeper of time. My next task was to restart history.
Hi everyone, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Mortal Kombat 1. We're playing, I guess, Invasion Season 7, running on PC. Now, the latest group of changes has added a couple new options. Most importantly, we can enable crossplay, of course, which is super nice. In our video options, I believe, or maybe it's the graphic options. Yeah, it's graphic options. We can enable this experimental 60 frames per second mode. So certain segments which were locked at 30 frames per second, like the any of the in-engine stuff, anything that's not pre-rendered, so fatal blows, fatalities, intros, outros, that can now run at 60 frames, along with some of the effects. In the game itself while you're fighting, like some effects were running at 30 frames and now they're at 60 frames. So that's some cool stuff. I think that's one of the best things they've added, although again it's considered experimental. Unfortunately, only the live viewers get to see the 60 frames version, since for whatever reason YouTube cuts my my older broadcast to 30 frames. I'm not sure when they started doing that, because I do broadcast in 60, but you know, c'est la vie. I don't think I make them enough money to justify the 60 frames, which is fine. You know, it is what it is.
Fight.
Yeah, I don't play Melina much, so it's a little tough for me. Match extended? What?
Finish him.
Yeah, like this section is now finally in 60 frames. It's kind of a trip to see, especially after seeing it in 30 frames for so long. I'm just glad they finally managed to do it without us having to use the mod, because there were mods previously which allowed for it, but then some of the physics got pretty wonky, and sometimes the heads wouldn't follow the faces. Sometimes the heads wouldn't follow the body, and it would all cause all sorts of really nightmarish creations. Even though it was nice to have. I mean, I main Sindel, so either Sindel Goro or Sindel Motaro, since that's, you know, lore accurate. Although lately I've been doing Sindel Frost, because being able to just put a corner wherever you want, especially with Sindel, since she's the queen of corners, makes for some interesting matches. Although I think I am going to start maining Shang Tsung when they give him some new buffs. I know that's on the way, and I guess the the boss in the season. Kind of gives us a hint of what he's going to get soon. But it's not available in this patch, unfortunately. So he's just plain old Shang Tsung that he's been for the past 2 seasons with no buffs.
Finish him.
Which he actually needs some significant buffs in order to be a little bit more competitive.
Melina wins.
And yeah, I won't be doing any finishing moves or fatal blows to keep the violence level down as much as I can. Obviously, there's still going to be some, but this way it won't be too crazy, and that way it can still appear and on Afrika. Unfortunately, my fellow Koreans have banned this game in South Korea. I hope they change that at some point in time, but it's gonna take a little work, I think. What's this one? This is up 2,000 damage, 2 charges. This gives me a hit of armor, though. That's fine. Let's try it out. All these amulets kind of suck, if I'm gonna be frank. And I haven't really had any fun with these combo challenges, although I know people do like them. So I am probably in the minority as far as that's concerned. Mainly because I want the combo challenges to actually show me the combo it wants me to hit, just like in practice mode. But no, it just wants you to figure out a combo to do a touch of death, although with a opponent that has significantly less health.
Fight.
So it's not, because there are no touch of deaths in the game. The game's engine prevents you from getting 100%. Unlike versus games from, other publishers. Like all those Capcom versus games, fighting games, pretty notorious for having multiple ways to do touch of deaths, but somehow very respected. Even though the games are like completely unbalanced. I think that's just part of the Capcom brain rot, though. Peacemaker Trials. Yeah, having this stuff be in 30 frames or in 60 frames is so much better, too. I can't believe it took them this long to get a 60 frame mode. And it's technically a experimental mode until they work out some additional bugs. Either way, I'm happy it's here on the PC side. I don't know if they'll provide the same mode in the console side. I'd have to reinstall it on the PlayStation 5 to check it out. But ever since I started playing the PC version, then the PlayStation 5 version has not been satisfactory. The frame advantage on the PC is just too good. Got a Li Mei skin. I like Li Mei. They gave her some very slight tweaks to get her a little bit better usage. But I still don't think it's quite enough. I think she needs something to give her some more reach, another move to have it so she doesn't have those dinosaur arms. It's kind of the one thing that really prevents her from being like the top tier character. There's just too many situations where Li Mei just loses. Besides being such a cool character and having such cool moves. so many plus frames. Millie's a good character. I just feel that some of her movements are a little slow. I hope at some point in time, NRS decides to release a turbo mode for the game. Just a mode where everything's 15 to 25% faster. You know, sort of like in the old Street Fighter games when they gave them hyper fighting. I think that would benefit the game. I mean, I personally don't want the game to move that fast. But I know a lot of people would like it to move that fast. And, you know, you have to cultivate the people that are playing the game still. Because it's a really high seller. But the people that watch Mortal Kombat are significantly less than the other people that watch other fighting games. I think if they added a turbo mode, that would help. There's various tweaks to the characters, which they've been slowly working through, which I think will help it gain more popularity. And I think just making the cameos easier to use, I think that's the real sticky point for the game. It's just the weird timing of the cameos just makes it hard to integrate for people who are new to the game. And even more so, new to assist games, you know, tag team games. I mean, that require a lot more work to get them to make more sense on when you push the button. A lot of times it doesn't make sense when you push the button for a cameo in order to integrate them into your combo strings. Like if you go into practice mode or training mode, and you look at the combo strings they have there, it's like, it doesn't make any sense when you need to push these.
Our timeline has suffered enough at the hands of this Shang Tsung's addiction. End him before he ends us.
Yeah, so apparently this is what the Shang buffs are going to be like, is how he plays here. Maybe not so ridiculous, but let's take a look. They really do need to fix Shang up. I mean, his transformations just take way too long. The fact that he has to plant his feet to do a transformation, I think, is silly. I think his transformation should be quick, just like with his old young transformation. Just L1 in a direction, instead of having to do a full quarter circle back. And then just having his transformations be special cancelable and on the ground or midair. I think that would help him a lot. Because people who play Shang, I mean, nobody uses the transformation. The only time you use the transformation is if your feet are planted on the ground. It's the only time you can, and it's, you know, Shang needs to be more swaggy than that. I mean, Shang needs to be able to throw a move or perform a launcher. Oh, well, that sucks. He needs to be able to perform a launcher and then, you know, potentially jump up, transform, perform the opponent's combos, fall back down, and transfer, you know, as he's falling down, transform, and then continue a combo. I mean, that's how fast the transformation should work. But right now, as they are, you transform and you basically just transform and perform a mirror match, which is, I don't think, the way Shang should play. I think he should be way swaggier. I think you should be able to integrate the transformation as part of a combo. and not just either or, you know.
Fight.
Can I get a hit in? I cannot. Okay. What now? Another phase? Really? Yeah, see, this is how fast it should be. That's exactly how fast it should be for Liu Kang. Now, if only you could do that in the regular fighting game and not just when he's a boss. People would completely reevaluate Shang if that was how he played.
When Shang Tsung arrived in his timeline to consume its souls, he expected little resistance. But my warriors were more than ready. They turned back his onslaught, and in doing so, saved billions of lives. Shang Tsung tried to retreat, but Geras prevented him from returning home. Trapped in our timeline, he led us on a chase across the realms. Eventually, we cornered him in the ruins of Saido's capital. Cut off from any source of souls and unable to feed, Shang Tsung began aging at an accelerated rate. It being beyond my power to save him, I could only watch as he was reduced to dust.
Alright, Season 8's gonna be Sub-Zero, looks like. Of course, now you can go back and finish all the stuff that you couldn't get to. Yeah. Like, boy, trying to figure out some of these combos without using a guide, it can get to be a lot. As I said, if the cameos just worked a little bit differently, like if the button presses happened in a different way or at different times, then I think the game would be more popular. But as it is, you got to get past that learning curve of number one, learning how Mortal Kombat combos work, because they are kind of a little funky. And then number two, integrating them with the cameos, which are even more funky to get to work. buy some keys. I think I'm out of keys. Oh, I should probably buy the rest of them. Yeah. Oh, hello. We're just playing Invasions. I'm not doing anything online today. I don't know Melina well enough. But I am trying to raise her character up. Now that they've reworked how the experience works, where you're not, you don't have to do quite as much grinding. It's a little bit more fun to go through Invasions and level out your other characters.
Fight. Finish him.
So yeah, nothing exciting.
Melina wins.
Ghostface. Just what is Ghostface gonna do exactly, though? That's what I wonder about, because Ghostface is, well, number one, Ghostface is a different person in every movie, and it's just a guy with a knife. So I'm just like, well, what exactly is Ghostface gonna do? Is he gonna have like multiple characters? But that's kind of like Noob's job, is to be the multiple character person. So I don't know. I'm really curious to see what they do with it, but what's my favorite mode? Well, it's not this. Invasions is not great, but this is where you'll unlock stuff. So for the most part, you know, all you really have in this game is Combat League. And story mode, of course. Story mode was really good. And I think they're going to do, based on the trailer, it looks like the story mode for the new season is going to be good too. Uh-oh, what the heck is this?
You've no future in Outworld, sorcerer.
That's not what
I mean, likely I'll play Noob for the new combat pack or sector.
fight.
Like, Conan's kind of interesting, but like you have to be an old person to even know who Conan the Barbarian is. I mean, that movie was released in like, what, 82 or something like that? And there hasn't been a new Conan book or movie in decades, you know? Terminator 2, and the Terminator is just, I think it's just going to be like the old Terminator from 11. But who knows? Oh no, oh my god, are we doing this? We are doing this. Oh, great. There's a thing blocking the way. Oh my god. Why? Why is that thing blocking the way? I can't see what I'm doing. The funny thing about Mortal Kombat is every time they introduce new characters, everybody always talks about the story and like how they're going to work in the story. Like if you ask Street Fighter people about their new characters, you know, when Akuma comes in, or they're like, "Oh, I wonder how they'll play." Like nobody cares how they fit into the story in Street Fighter. I think people who play Tekken sort of care about the story. Although it doesn't make any sense anyway. So, like, there's only so much sense you can make out of a Tekken story. Why do you have so much health, Shang? Oh, okay, that was a mistake then. I was wondering, it's like, how are you blocking the... Nope, 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 nope. Get out of there. Gosh. Oh my god. Why you gotta be like this on NRS? Why you gotta make some of these missions just ridiculous?
You've
Fight.
What kind of move is that? What? Does he have another health bar? Why? Nope, nope, get out of there. Get out of there.
You lose.
My god, why? I just want costumes. What do I even get out of this thing? Who knows? Alright, well, why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Mortal Kombat 1 running on PC. So, yeah, I mean, I like the new patch. I like all the buffs that they did and some of the nerfs that they did. I think this is probably the best state that that's been in. And I think the next patch that's coming up is going to do even more cool things. But I guess that's going to be for the new season or the new expansion and the Combat Pack 2. So, you know, I'll cover that as well. And yeah, that's it for Invasions. I guess there's nothing else unless until we get a Titan battle. So we'll come back when they have the Titan battle and we'll go through that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.